How would I use a linked list to implement a stock? A stock is where the last one is the first one out. To implement a stock using a linked list, I would use a single linked list where the head of the list represents the top of the stock. For these stock operations, they will all run in constant time. For push, I would create a new node, add it to the head of the list. This node would then become the new top of the stock. For pop, I would remove the head node, return its value, and then move the head pointer to the next node. For get top, I would simply return the value at the head without removing it. And lastly, for is empty, I will check if the head pointer is null. This will tell me whether the stock is empty or not. 2. How would I use a linked list to implement a queue? A queue is the opposite of a stock in that it's the first one in, first one out. So to implement a queue using a linked list, I would also use a single linked list like I did with the stock. But then this time I would use both a head and a tail pointer, right? The head will represent the front of the list or the front of the queue, and then the tail will represent the back of the queue. This makes it easy for addition and removal. For enqueuing, which is the addition of items into the queue, I would create a new node like I did in the stock, but this time I would add that node to the tail of the queue or of the list. If the list is empty, this means that now both head and tail point to that node. But then if the list is not empty, I'll then have to link the new node to the end and update the tail pointer. For enqueuing, I'll then remove the node at the head, return its value, and then update the head to the next node. If the list is empty, I then need to update the tail to none. For the size, I need to maintain a constant variable that increments on enqueuing and decreases on dequeuing. This will help me to return the size instantly. And then lastly, for is empty, I just need to check if the size of the counter is 0 or if the head is null.